Right, let's do another one. Holy Spirit, what is the message for the collective for today? Is there anything else that you would like to share? God, yeah, yet again, like, oh my God, and the Six of Cups. So yet again, we similarly connect into the energy from a previous reading, but I think the big highlight in this one, and I'm going to try to keep it shorter, with this King of Swords and this Five of Cups. So stop looking back, stop crying over a thing that you've lost, and with the King of Swords, remind yourself of your power, and remind yourself who directs your life, and remind yourself who is in charge. And with the Five of Cups, how long and how much more energy do you want to give into those past connections and those past people who didn't reciprocate to you? Like, with the King of Swords, it invites you to kind of really look at where you invest in your emotions, and really be mindful about it, and really kind of don't allow despair to take away from you. Don't allow despair to sort of cloud your thinking or cloud your perception of your current reality even. Then with the Ten of Swords and the Page of Pentacles, Ten of Swords is a big ending card as well, and with swords, and obviously previously having that King of Swords and the Five of Cups. So I think when it comes to emotional fulfillment, or rather unfulfillment, like, you are so done with just feeling constantly upset or disappointed. And that's why with the Page of Pentacles, and especially in this deck, is beautifully kind of shown that you're taking matters into your own hands, and especially with like really being careful yet again with that investing of the energy. And in here as well, financially, because Pages of Pentacles are financially, so watch who you're spending money on big time, I want to say, and watch who you're treating, and because not everybody deserves your attention. And obviously money is also energy, and so with that, so obviously watch where you kind of invest in it, so you don't kind of feel hurt and disappointed. And also with this message in here, it's for a lot of you, if that message is finding you, so it's time to really turn your back on this difficult situation or disagreement or whatever it is, and it's time to turn your back, because it's causing too much confusion and it's causing too much stress, and it's time to take the matters into your own hand, and it's time to start like kind of moving in your own direction and start to dance to your own rhythm as well, what I've heard. And and that Six of Cups with the Eight of Wands and this Magician. So this really makes me feel like, a lot of you is right now, and obviously with this Ten of Swords, currently at this stage or in the journey that, something has finished for you, or you're thinking really about, walking away from something, or leaving some kind of situation. And that can even refer to something, even to like loneliness, to period of like being trying to keep yourself away, from feelings and emotions. Because, with the Six of Cups and the Eight of Wands and the Magician, it really makes me feel as if you want to, like, you really kind of, that nostalgia and this feeling of like, wanting to feel protected or wanted, or, and there's like, there's reminiscing and coming back to some kind of past feelings maybe that you had. And with this, you want to reignite something. And even if it is, some of you might be even wanting to reignite something with some past person, somebody that, you never really had a chance to take things off with. Or for a lot of you, it might mean that, you're ready to kind of attract true, real, genuine love into your life. Something that feels like home, something that feels and makes you feel safe. And yeah, as I'm saying this, these kind of looking at me from the bottom. Yeah, like precisely, like with this Two of Wands, like, so this is your energy where you kind of yeah, and that Six of Cups, where you're kind of contemplating, or even like, going back to certain things in your mind, in your memory, where you sort of felt that love, that joy. And yeah, and precisely with the Knight of Cups as well, the Judgment is a Judgment, yeah, the Judgment, and the Nine of Cups. So yeah, I think you finally kind of, yeah, you don't want to be in that pity hole anymore. And with the King of Swords, you're sort of starting to realize who has been holding you back all this time from truly experiencing that happiness. And I'm looking at Ten of Wands as much as that Ten of Swords. So like you're ready to put this pain and this lessons you've learned, what you needed to learn from this, and you're ready to look towards that new direction, because that new direction, and you know inside of yourself that when you kind of surrender, because Judgment is a big surrender card, when you surrender to your feeling, and when you surrender and you stop kind of fighting with your ego, when you kind of surrender to the fact that and admit it in front of yourself that yes, this is what I want and this is what I want to attract. And yeah, we had that Magician, we have that Knight of Cups in here, and the Eight of Wands. So once you admit that to yourself, and yeah, with the King of Swords at the beginning as well. So you are that strong manifester, you have that power, and you constantly kind of either tell yourself that you want or don't want something. And I think for quite some time you've been stopping yourself from manifesting true love because you've been hanged on something from the past as well, or some past disappointment and hurts. But yeah, open yourself up with this Judgment, because your wish fulfillment and everything that you want will come in once you kind of make that decision. Right, okay, I'm gonna just get these few and I'm gonna finish on that. Was supposed to be freaking short. So yeah, once you make that decision as well. And yeah, with Queen of Pentacles and having that King of Swords in here, it does make me feel that when it comes to, yeah, and there's a Hierophant as well with this Hermit, there's a Tower, and there's an Ace of Swords and that Strength. So I have a feeling when it comes to your person, or somebody who has that potential, like with this Queen of Pentacles, to ground you, or you might be that grounding element in somebody's life. But this is like, yeah, for some reason, I see them as, yeah, and even like the way they're looking in that same direction with that same calm on their face. I think a lot of you in this collective here is literally attracting here with this Magician. Like, just because when you sort of let go and close that chapter and you surrender to the divine, and you attracting that person who, yeah, in one part, like one person will be that grounding element to the other, while the other person is going to be that person that brings that fresh air into this connection. Somebody that kind of stir things up a bit to keep it interesting, if that makes any sense, right? Yeah, and with this, with the Ace of Swords as well, in that Tower, Hierophant, the Hermit, and the Strength. So yeah, this will just come like very unexpectedly with the Tower, and something that's, wow, yeah, with the Tower as well and this Ace of Swords, I think that your mind will be fighting this at the very beginning, at the very early stage. And yeah, with the Strength as well, and this Hermit and this Hierophant, I think that, you know, just because you are so used to being on your own, and you're so used to you know, you feel a lot safer and you feel stronger even to a certain extent. Like I have a feeling that, you know, because obviously previously we had that 5 of Cups, we have this 10 of Wands and that 10 of Swords, so it does make me feel that, you know, you fought really hard to restore that peace in your life, and I think you are so yeah, you're fight to restore that peace, and you are so afraid to let in, even though, you know, you do appreciate an intellectual connection and you do appreciate a good conversation, and you will kind of fight, yeah, I think you will fight it a little bit to let it in. And with the Hierophant as well, yeah, I think this is like, and obviously having the Hermit next to it with the Strength, you might struggle with wanting to commit But the big message with this, and I'm going to finish this on this one. Even if you do, and you might feel and you struggle like you don't want to commit. Like, one of the things is never ever, even do if you feel like, you know, you've met a person of your dreams, then 10 as I'm saying this. Even if you feel like you met a person of your dreams, and even if you feel like, you know, they are your everything, the right person, your person, will never ever push you into doing anything that you don't feel like doing. It's supposed to naturally unfold and happen. And it also, you both supposed to be on the same energy wavelength and same level. If you're not, something is probably not right, and then probably not your person. Or maybe just take some more time to let the things unfold. Do never kind of go against your intuition and try to kind of fight with it. Because when it's right, you will know it's right, and you can be 100% fully yourself, and you don't have to rush in anything. And yeah, like the Queen of Pentacles and Taurus's energy especially comes strongly with this. And yeah, previously with that Hierophant, take things slow if that's what you feel is right for you. Never ever feel pressured. Your person, the right person, will understand and will never pressure you into anything. But yeah, expect the unexpected.